Hey guys, it is TheLivingBluejay here. You may be wondering why you're seeing this video again, even though it was posted 2 years ago. Well, I just want to let you know that I am remastering a couple top 10 videos for Johnny Test, and this will be the first one. So yeah, this is the remastered top 10 facts about Johnny. I just want to clear that up just in case anyone is wondering, like, why am I seeing this video again? But without any further ado, I hope you enjoy. Hey guys, how's it hanging? It is TheLivingBluejay here, and today I'm going to be showing you my top 10 facts about Johnny from Johnny Test. So, up at number 10 is that Johnny possesses the skill of manipulation and blackmail. The character to be seen using this skill set the utmost of the entire show. This talent is mainly used to gain access to a room, to use an invention or experiment, to get something, to make someone do something for him, or even to trick somebody. Whether it's to blackmail his sisters to transform him into Johnny X, make Dad buy him a cell phone, make Dookie pose as his father so he could go on an exciting overnight school field trip, manipulating the military. He's got a knack for getting what he wants when he wants. The most famous example of this ability is held in the episode Downhill Johnny. Johnny wins 6 tickets to a skiing trip at Mount Porkbelly Ski Resort. After winning the tickets, he then had to manipulate his entire busy family to go, which he's done without a sweat. And now for fact number 9 is that Johnny is fearless in literally every way possible. And when I say literally every way possible, I mean literally every way possible. Socially, faced with danger, threats, something that come back to bite him later, traveling through time, space, and reality, and everything in between. This is likely because Johnny has little care for his body, rules, or fracturing the space-time continuum. The only thing regarding this fact he's concerned about is over his image within the school body. Otherwise, he just doesn't seem to care about being rude towards others, until after the words have left his mouth. Doesn't care about hurting girls' feelings, doesn't care about embarrassing himself, doesn't care about taking life-risking stunts, doesn't care about damaging his body, etc. And now for fact number 8 is that Johnny will always go out of his way to stand up for the little guy. Although, we just talked about how little he cares about people's feelings. That usually will apply to overall rude people. However, seeing the weak in doubt fuels the heroic fire in Johnny's soul, making him stand to fight for the weak. This can be seen on quite a few occasions, like taking control of Bumper refraining him from punching a kid, standing up for his sisters after some geeky students mock their experiment, fighting back against Blackbeard to help No Beard, taking a stand and fighting for applesauce rights, saving the school from Bumper's kung fu takeover, etc. This is one of the few facts about Johnny actually called out in the revival. And then for fact number 7 is that Johnny will always go the extra mile to get out of work. This calls for schoolwork, homework, chores, labor, experiments he does not want to undergo, etc. This develops from his lazy nature mixed with a fraction of fact number 9, that being having little care of rules and authority figures. In this case, homework arranged by teachers, chores from mom and dad, and in some cases, having to tar the entire school roof. In each contingency, an event like this serves. An excuse or counter has been made and taken to the extreme. Like when the class was thrown a history test scheduled for tomorrow, Johnny rather transport the school back in time to the 1800s to count sticks as an education. Or making an excuse where he couldn't possibly write a report on a place he's never been. The report having to be about the moon. He took it to the extreme and traveled to space rather than do any reading or research. The most famous example of this fact can be found in Extra Credit Johnny, and if you've seen it, you know why. But other examples can be found in Johnny Zombie Tea Party, Johnny-itis, Johnny Bench, No Homework Johnny, Double Coupon Johnny, Johnny Test Day Off, etc. And now for fact number 6 is that anytime a female version of Johnny is present, they'll all appear different. This contains both alternates, or an experiment meant to change his sex. Of the entire series, Johnny has transformed into or has met a female alternate of himself 3 times. Johnny to the Center of the Earth, Johnny Alternative, and Roller Johnny. This does not include disguising as a girl. Season 1 has Johnny to the Center of the Earth, where the girls make Johnny test their latest and first experiment of the whole show, microphysic hottie body flakes. which were to genetically tweak the body to maximum teenage hotness. However, what Susan and Mary didn't realize is, since they were to use it on themselves ultimately, they installed hormones and chemicals unique to girls, resulting in A, the famous line,
"Too much female growth hormone,"
and B, turning Johnny and his body into the body of an insanely hot teenage girl. As you can see, the very first female incarnation of Johnny, a very specific and beloved amongst fans appearance. Season 5 held 2 of these moments. First off, Johnny Alternative, where Johnny and Dookie accidentally get sucked into a portal, drawing them into an alternate gender-bent dimension, where we meet Joni and Dutchie. As we can see, the second female version of Johnny is much younger, whereas the first one is a teenager, but of course different circumstances made different results. Joni West does make a return in Johnny Test the Lost web series episode, League of Johnnies. She does not appear any different. However, speaking of different, the last version of a female Johnny is present in Roller Johnny, when the prize of lifetime passes to Thrill and Wonder Amusement Park and $1,000 is on the line. Johnny and Dookie couldn't let that slide, but having the obstacle of a requirement of having to be a roller girl, and still, they also wouldn't let it slide. Presenting Susan and Mary's new invention, the Gender Bender. They get transformed into girls once more. So yeah, as you can see, each and every time Johnny has been remodeled into a girl, each design appeared different from the last. And now for fact, number 5 is, Johnny actually possesses a natural talent for sweeping. This major talent has been revealed in a scholarship for Johnny. But this isn't your typical sweep, rather than a type of sweep that can wipe away destruction and dissipate it, as if it was never there, and nothing even happened prior. This talent is a genetic passed down from his father. As we know, Hugh's always had a knack at cleaning, but there's a specific type of cleaning he's always been good at, so good he could do it on his hands and knees. That skill was passed down to his son, living on this family talent within him. And the reason this talent is so major is because this gift got Johnny a scholarship to Pork Billy Tech, with a position on the curling team. And then for fact number 4 is that, according to the lore, Johnny has actually undergone over 10,000 tests. As of Season 4's Johnny Tube, Susan and Mary discovered through lab footage that his next experiment would be his 1000th, and persisted on trying to make it happen and celebrate it, while Johnny was more focused on becoming a web star. Later, in Season 6's Crash Test Johnny, it is revealed that he's jumped from 1,000 tests to 10,000 tests, which is actually incredibly insane to think about. But what's even crazier is, if we factor in experiments in the web series and Revival, the number of 10,000 tests would be vastly higher. And to think, if 9,000-ish tests transpired through maybe a season and a half, imagine a web show and 2 other seasons worth. I'd probably estimate 15,000 tests would have been taken by then in their time. Also as unknown moments we don't see as a viewer, behind the scenes stuff. And of number 3 is that the original voice of Johnny Test, James Arnold Taylor, was actually not supposed to be the one chosen ultimately when the show got picked up by Kids WB. James was actually not Scott's first choice as a finalized voice for Johnny. He did have James in mind for the pilot, on the other hand, along with other American voice talents. James were to inevitably get replaced for the show, along with the other pilot cast, with a Canadian team of voice talents. It is told that Scott had a lot of trouble finding the right voice for Johnny, claiming that none of the pitches and voices felt necessarily convincing to the character for the long run, in which he asked James if he'd be on board to permanently take on the role of Johnny. After agreement, James had to dub over the original Johnny's Canadian voice actors' takes for the first 6 episodes of Season 1. This is what Johnny originally would have sounded like if James were never asked to return, and if Scott preferred the other.
I knew you'd come to rescue me.
And here's a side-by-side comparison of the word cool.
Cool. Cool.
After the Season 1 wrap, Scott gifted James this Johnny Test shirt we've seen him wear. What a legend. James' inspiration behind finding the finalized voice was remembering what he sounded like when he was 11, so he played around with pitching his voice naturally and cartoonized that very portrayal. And after that historical and long process, we end off with the famous voice of everyone's favorite fearless lab rat, Johnny Test. And now for number 2 is, out of all Johnny's love interests, he's returned the same interest and affection to each girl except for Jillian. So Johnny has had 5 love interests: Janet Nelson Jr., Sissy Blakely, Jillian Vegan, Claire Nefarious, and Joni West. As mentioned before, he's shown the same interest to all at least once or more, but Jillian never had that treatment from him. With Janet, he's asked her if she'd like to go on a smoothie date with him through Johnny's Super Smarty Pants, as well as almost being hypnotized through her words. For Sissy, he's given his whole Saturday to spend with Sissy, and the further the day goes, the more he got into her, giving her flowers, and even has been confronted to have smelled her on the bus through Saturday Night's Alright for Johnny, The Good, the Bad, and the Johnny, and Johnny's new BFF. To Claire, he's constantly calling her hot and tried pulling moves on her any chance he gets through the quantum of Johnny. And to Joni, over time he's grown attached to her to actually liking her through Johnny Alternative, and alternatively through League of Johnnies. When they were reunited, he was seen to blush while approaching her. But yeah, regarding Jillian, it seems he's always ever seen her as a good friend rather than something a little more. Although she kinda likes him, it is possible that Johnny does not want to have any ties stronger than a friendship with the vegans, knowing her dad is willing to try and destroy Johnny at any given moment. And now finally, for fact number 1 is that, although it is still unclear why Johnny's hair appears like a flame, we have only gotten one official response. And that is from James Arnold Taylor, quote,
You know, the absolute truth about it is, I have no idea. Who knows?
Although, furthermore, he does go on ahead and suggest that there could be many possible reasons, ranging from his genius twin sisters, or hairspray. This was all conducted on a Johnny Test fan questionnaire, hosted by James on the official Johnny Test Facebook page. So yeah, all these years later, it is still unclear, with only small hints and pointers in the right direction. Personally, I am quite satisfied with that answer because, the way I see it, we were dished the direction towards the truth. Think about it. From his quote, who knows? Who? Perhaps until the community can discover it, creator Scott Fellows, aka The Who, is very likely the only person who knows the truth behind the fire. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, why not leave a like rating on the video? If you could, thank you so much for supporting the channel in that way. That really helps it a lot. And otherwise, if you want to see more Johnny Test videos, why not subscribe to my channel, and I promise you, you will not regret it. And if you want to be notified for future videos, why not tap that bell down below? If you have time to check out some other Johnny Test videos, in the info below there is a bunch of playlists that leads to all of my Johnny Test videos. So if you guys want to go check that out, please do so, and I hope you enjoy. You can furthermore support the channel with the super thanks function, and with all that being said, I will most certainly hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay fresh.